So part of the SMP journey that you'll go on is you'll have it done, and in different lighting it looks different, and you'll think, I need a top up, or it's not dark enough, or it's too dark, or it just doesn't look right on me. When what you've got to do is come to terms that it will look different in different lighting. So when you're outside and there's a shine on your head, if the shine is here, haloing here, you will look a lot balder, and it will show up the hair that's still growing around, like that's been receded. So the best way to mitigate that is to keep that really short all of the time. Otherwise, if you're in a restaurant, or like now we're going into a darker part of the woods, you can see it gives it more texture with my hair that's growing through, because the whole thing looks a lot darker, so it just looks more like a shaved head. So because there's no like real shine on it, but then there you go again, like with the shine. So I think you've not got to worry too much about it, and you've got to make the best of it. So because you've got no choice, so you've basically got to keep it as short as possible to be able to be in any sort of lighting and have it looking, the best, really. As you can see, so because when I first got it done, I started keeping it longer. So I'd do it like almost like 0 around the sides, and then I'd have it like, I started doing a fade like 0.4, and then like left it at like a 1 on the top. But when I'm in the daylight and there was shine on it, you could still see the hair coming through here and the bald parts here and here when the shine hit the top. So I wouldn't recommend doing that, but it looked good inside, like in a restaurant at night in the dark, because there was no shine and it just looked thicker. So it's weird, it's like an illusion basically. So if I were you, which I'm not, I'd keep it as short as possible, 0 around the sides completely, and then I've got one of those like skull shavers now that I've been doing it, and I don't do it like religiously, like until it's completely smooth. I'll do it like once over very quickly, so it's almost very short, but it leaves like a little bit there. Can you see? Because here's the bald part and there's the actual hair, and if that got any longer then it would look a bit bizarre. So at this length I'm sort of like balancing all lighting conditions, so I can just about get away with this outside in the light, so it's not too long to look like the obvious bald bits are on the side. And inside, in a dark, dimly lit room, there's enough hair there to create texture with the rest of it, and it blends in, and not enough of a difference to make it look bizarre. So there we go. Just a little tip there for you, basically. Or you could just keep shaving it until it's completely, depends really what colour hair you've got. If you're like really dark hair, then just keep it at 0 and bick the whole thing all the time. Don't let it grow through at all. It depends how much hair you've lost actually. If you've had, the gold standard is like if you've had a hair transplant first of all. So this bit's actually full with the hairline, and you've got really dark hair, and then you've had SMP, so you keep it shaved, but you've got this little sort of stubble bit of hairline, and you keep it completely shaved. So that's like pretty much the best thing you can hope for. But if you're blonde and you've not had a hair transplant, then you've got to make the best of it, and this is sort of the best of what I can muster up. So yeah.